First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, that pushes truth. Today we're going on the third video of Israel, Remember Yourselves. Hopefully we get it closed out today so we can start moving on to other lessons. In the last video, we ended off when I was telling y'all the reason all these curses that I read y'all is on us is because we kept breaking the covenant. So let's keep it going. If you are the real Israelites, who are those people in Israel pretending to be you? Those are Romans, Europeans, and I believe there is Germans as well. They got pushed up in the sub-Georgia Russia in the Caucasus Mountains and hid themselves under the name Khazars. Between 8th and 9th century, the Khazarian Empire under King Bulan adopted the traditions of the Israelites and mixed it with paganism and called it Judaism. Then after that Holocaust, which was politically motivated, the elite used that as a pretext to invade Israel and took those Khazarian converts and placed them in the land of Israel. In 1948, in May to be precise, meanwhile what I was just telling y'all, those converts were placed in there in 1948 in May. Meanwhile, on May 14th of 1948, a new government had, I'm pretty sure this was said by, alright, I'm just gonna keep reading it. Meanwhile, on May 14th of 1948, a new government headed by David Ben-Gurion installed in Tel Aviv. Thus, for the first time since the Roman legion destroyed Jerusalem in the year 70 AD, the Jewish people have a nation of their own, says History Channel, which is just them. The History Channel was basically saying that the Jews, the rightful Jews, are now in their land, which those aren't Jews, those are Khazarian converts, or really just Europeans hiding themselves under different names, Edomites. Prior to 1948, those people never lived in the land of Israel. Those are Europeans, Romans, hiding themselves under Jewish. That's what the Edomites keep doing each time. They keep going different places and taking on different nationalities. But brothers, I tell you, they are the same exact people. Romans hiding themselves as Jewish, Americans, British, Spaniards, French, Germans, etc. These are the same exact nations that funded our transatlantic slave trade. Yes, Jewish men that are in Israel are the same people. These are the same people who are responsible for your short 400-year history, black history curriculum. These are the same people who control the media outlet and push rap music. These people who are responsible for your Christian churches in all the neighborhoods. Basically, these are the people who are. It said the world was given to what? The hand of the wicked. And truly enough, Satan has deceived the whole world, because a lot just the masses believe that the Jews that are in Israel right now are real Jews, which it says. All right, I'm gonna keep talking. The Bible says when the real Jews get into the land of Israel, there will be no more war. Since those fake Jews have been there, it's been nothing but war. They don't fit the prophecies. They over there being friends with Satan is what I wrote down a while back. Revelations 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. Talking about you Israelites know all the pain. Our Lord knows all the pain we go through. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai knows our pain. But thou art rich. You're rich because you're an Israelite. That the kingdom, especially for the elect, for that 1/3, I mean, a great place is being prepared for us. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's in Revelations. I mean, the book is openly telling you the people that are over there aren't Jews. It says, hold on, see if I can find it. Slocky. One of the curses of the Israelites is forgetting who we are. And then in the land of our captivity, it said, we shall remember who we are. If you go to the fake Jews, ask them, did your people always knew y'all were Jews? And they'll say, yeah. Which, I mean, that's just a cut. I'm gonna get it. You shall. Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is stiff-necked people. Israelites. So, sometimes a nigga don't want to hear shit but about money if it don't deal with money. Actually, some brothers actually push that. Not brothers in this truth, but you know, those brothers in the world like to push that. Well, if it ain't about money, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Type, you know, that type of vibe. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, which we shall come back to our inheritance. Those people are not the real Jews and have nothing to do with the Most High God, Yahweh. They are Edomites. They're Edomites. What are these nations trying to win by suppressing all this information? What you are going to realize that there is a group of nations that are working together that has been trying to get rid of the Israelites from way back then, so they can offset the prophecies. Psalms 83:1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more. May be no more in remembrance. Slakia. All right. The elite know that that America, according to the Bible, is the last kingdom before the return of Yahushua. It's the last reigning kingdom called Babylon, the Great, or the Little Horn. They're trying to offset prophecy, or mystery Babylon. You'll read that in Revelations as well. They're trying to offset prophecies and to prolong their kingdom. They know when Yahushua come back, he and 144,000 are the next ruling government on the planet Earth. And when we get into power, we aren't giving it up, nor will we be conquered by any other nations. Revelations 2:26 and 27. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father, Yahweh. Revelation 7:4. Well, that was Yahushua telling us the promises that will be given to us. So, the promises that were given to him from his Father, which is Yahweh. Revelation 7:4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. The elite don't want this prophecy to go forth. They're going to do anything in their power to stop this from happening, because they know when the real Jews, Israelites, get back into their high power, that every nation that had a hand in their slavery is going into captivity. Revelations 2:9. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Cleave means, well, just how our people are cleaving to America, because we have nowhere to go. We have to depend on this society, on this beast. Well, those people in the faith know that now all we do is depend on Yahweh and Yahushua, because, I mean, he's the one that's going to help us through this captivity. He's going to be the one that set us on high in the next, ruling government, which is when Yahushua gets back. Isaiah 42:2. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, because remember, we went into slavery, so they got to do it. And they shall rule over their oppressors. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All that is revenge, brother. Like, you can go in your own Bible and just, fact check me. Revelations 13:10 and 11. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Us being the saints, and our the grand saint who's gonna really just put a oppressive hand on everything is Yahushua. Really, Yahweh and then Yahushua, because Yahweh is that that power. Yahweh is the reason the saints are gonna be able to are the saints. Yahweh chose us. Well, Yahweh called us. Hopefully, Lord willing, we're chosen. So you know that the so-called white people are going into slavery. Remember, Esau is the father of the Edomites, who are the white people. Genesis 27:40. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion. The Edomites, who are the so-called white people, are going into slavery because they have gained everything they have by war. And we read in Revelations 13:10 that he was killed with that he who killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Plus, they are a nation that is known for slavery, and that is another thing we can refer to, because it says it right before the he who killeth with the sword part, which is what I was referring to as he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And then the cut of there's no such thing as black people or white people. There's shades of brown and shades of red, and Esau came out red and hairy red like a hairy garment as well, meaning he came out red and hairy. And we all know that the only nation that fits that is white, so-called whites. You can go on Google. Actually, I'll just do it right here. I'm just going to type in hairy men and then go to images. What do you see? Just white men. Scroll down. Oh, this is a really good one too right here. And it says that Esau, one of his traits is he'll eat bloody meat. How do Edomites, so-called white people, like their meat? Like medium rare and stuff. We'll just type in eat raw meat and go to images. What do you see? White people eating raw meat. Edomites. When it says it's a sin to eat raw meat. Oh, any meat that has blood in it, you're not supposed to be eating it. Look at that. Blood in his mouth and all. That's crazy, man. Just like something like that. Like, that's crazy. Or this dude has a whole mouthful of it. It's wild, man. That's wicked. The elites have gathered together think tanks, groups, and Bible scholars to gain information about who we are in the upcoming prophecies. They have to suppress history and rewrite history and flood the media with trash and push rap music towards the rap community, which is they have to make, like, it's the reason rappers get paid so much, just to push, crazy shit like killing other brothers or robbing, just all this wicked shit, doing drugs. It's crazy out here. They get paid so much because it's you. It's you they need to attack. They need to attack your mind. I told you in the last video that we went from a physical slavery to a heavy mental slavery. And spoil minds with reality TV like Atlanta Housewives and etc. to keep your mind occupied on entertainment and distracted from anything of any significance, and the success rate of that to black people is extremely high. The average black man won't pick up a book if his life depended on it. They say if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. But despite these effects of trying to offset prophecy, there are Israelites waking up all over the world by the thousands. Remember, the Lord ain't coming for all of Israel. He's only coming for that 1/3. Like, he knows that he knows his men. He knows that the 2/3 of Israel, those very stiff-necked people, ain't gonna listen. They gotta, drink of that second cup of death. Coming up out of the sleep and getting rid of these Gentile gods and coming to the real God Yahweh and believing upon his son Yahushua and keeping their end of the bargain. Because I kept telling y'all the reason we all up in this fucked up situation, because the Lord kept his end of the bargain, we never kept ours, which is keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Hosea 3 and 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without a Yirfid, I guess that just means another way of saying leader, and without a Salakia for saying that wrong, but all it's saying is that the only leaders we really got are rappers, and those aren't really leaders. That alright, how it mentioned ephod is in ancient Israel a sleeveless garment worn by Jewish priests. So I guess it means we won't have any more priests, is what we were cursed with for all those hundreds of years. But now that we're coming back into this truth, we have like our elders and our apostles who taught us this word. So now I guess you can say like the curses are kind of breaking the more we're coming into this covenant, although they're not going to fully break until Yahushua get here. Teraphim, small images or cult objects used as domestic deities or oracles by ancient Semitic people. So I guess that would kind of be like images or cult objects. That's the part that hits me like what's that one thing we had, the great damn, man. Damn. Remember that one thing that thing we used to hold that was made out of pure gold? Hopefully one of you brothers know what I'm talking about, but we built this thing that was, well, really the Lord told us the instructions on how to build it. Well, basically we don't have anything like that anymore. We don't have just how the Buddhists have their, like, their little symbols, and all these other nations have their little symbols. We didn't, make false images and stuff like that. But we did have the Ark of the Covenant. There we go. All right. God. like that. All right, but continue on. And for y'all who don't know what Semitic mean, basically old type stuff. Relating to people who speak the Semitic languages, especially Hebrew and Aramaic. Hebrew and Aramaic are Semitic languages. Us men in the faith, we speak the Paleo Hebrew. Paleo meaning ancient. Hosea 3:5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord Yahweh their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. Talking about now, you see, and the reason we wear fringes. I mean, I gotta get my border of blue on, but the reason we wear fringes and the reason we keep His commandments is because we know the beginning of wisdom is to fear the Most High Yahweh. The leading soon to be forever rulership is being set up under everyone's noses. Yahweh is waking Israelites up every day. So many brothers from different places around the globe are posting videos and Facebook pages and Instagram pages and all that other type stuff. I mean, we're just going crazy with it because we also know that famine of the word is supposed to come. So you ain't gonna have these videos and stuff like that. I like to push the brothers that any of those very motivational, empowering song videos, download as many as you can. Stuff like that. Hearing those words on the hardest times really helps. Why America is on an economic decline and God is rising up the ruling government of the kingdom of heaven. He says, even though the children of Israel are as the sand of the sea, only a remnant shall be saved. That's what I was telling y'all, 2/3 getting cut off from his wrath. Romans 9:27. Isaiah also crieth, I'm sorry, I was writing it kind of scribbly back then. Also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So, I mean, the Lord knows a lot of people ain't gonna wake up and they just gotta be hit. Because a lot of you Israelites are gonna be caught up in the world and caught up in Christianity to even give the Father Yahweh a thought to even consider to go back and keep your side of the bargain. But the Most High, speaking of that, I got a brother on my mom's side who the other day I went up to him and was like, are you trying to learn this word at all? Are you trying to learn about your true God and stuff? And he legit told me no, he has no interest in it. I'm not about to argue with you. The Lord got something special for you in that day, something special. But the Most High said He's not sending you into slavery anymore. He said if you didn't learn this time from all the captivities we have been under, if you didn't learn from getting your backs beat in, if you didn't learn from being hanged, if you didn't learn from having your sons and daughters took from you, He says, I'm not bringing you into captivity no more. You got another punishment coming to you. It's called the lake of fire, meaning when those nuclear missiles hit, your ass gonna be burnt up, or maybe you might die by the famine. Or maybe when all these race wars and stuff pop off, or martial law hitting, you may just be killed by the sword. I mean, all I can do is promise you that if you ain't keeping those commandments, the Lord's about to have fun with you. And all the time you mocked or made any of the prophets life harder, come on now, the Lord about to get on you. So just live it up now. Just live it up, because your ass is done. Coming to you. It's called lake of fire. Sounds like a lake of lava if you ask me. Well, that's after those things hit, those missiles. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. That has some nuclear missiles. But those who have an ear and come back to the Father Yahweh, He's going to make a new covenant with you. Hebrew 8:8. For finding fault with them, He saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Though the Bible say the Most High God Yahweh is making the new covenant with Israel, not the other nations. He made the first covenant with us, and He is going to make the second covenant with us. Hebrews 8 and 9. Make sure it's that time. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord Yahweh. Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. So, did it say everyone? Let me read that again. Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. So if you're an Israelite, then that covenant ain't coming to you. What does it mean when it says after those days? It means that you get it, that it means when you get into the wilderness, yes, you are going to go back into the wilderness again. The same way we came out of Egypt and you went into the wilderness and made the first covenant is the same way when you come out of America, which is modern Egypt. And it's not meaning flee from America, because we know this judgment is going to be all over earth. When it says come out of America, come out of her doctrine, all her vain philosophy, her ways, start coming back to the Most High Yahweh. And some brothers, if you don't flee from all this FEMA persecution and stuff, your ass may just be sent to a FEMA camp. Ezekiel 20 and 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. So the Lord's going to, no matter where we go, if you keeping these commandments, the Lord's going to take care of you. Ezekiel 20 and 35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. Ezekiel 20 and 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Ezekiel 20 and 37. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. Us passing under the rod is us not getting, the fury of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai poured on us. Instead, we're going to be saved, dressed in all white. The new covenant will be made after Yahweh Shai returns. We are still under the first covenant. The Edomites love to say the old covenant is done away with, so we don't have to keep the old statutes and commandments. That's a lie. The Christian church love to say that, but let's see what the Bible says, because somebody's lying. Got about 2 minutes. Matthew 5 and 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass one jot or one little shout in no wise pass from the tip. Hold on, I'm just gonna go to here because I was writing a bit crazy. Matthew 5 and 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. And nothing's going to be fulfilled until, Yahweh Shai has conquered all of earth. Alright. Well, I guess we'll stop here. Actually, I can read one more verse. Actually, nah. Stay tuned for the next one, because we'll be able to finish out. I might just post both of them today. For now, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Shalom.